Hello everybody. Today we're going to replace 3 units that were stolen. The place we're going to the place we're going to install them at is at a plumbing supply house. The plumbing supply house here in Canton has a different branch in Marietta that sells air conditioning supplies. So what they did is they just transferred 3 3-ton heat pumps and over to that branch, and I'm going to put them in today. But copper thieves, I believe that somebody's going to steal a unit. There ought to be some way to charge the units electrically, so when they go to touch them, they get fried. It's a shame that they're gonna get $20, $30, $40, $50, $60, maybe $80, less than $100 for what they stole, and it's gonna cost, well, in this case, it's gonna cost about $5 grand to replace what they took. So the thieves got $100, and it cost the building owner $5 grand. Now, you know, and it just doesn't make any sense to me. But what are you gonna do? They left pieces and parts. They didn't. Everything they took. They left parts of the reversing valve there. They, you know, on one of the units, and you could see where they left from because there was a trail of parts. So. I hope it was worth it to them. You know, maybe they bought a 6-pack of beer, maybe they bought a case, maybe they bought some pot, who knows. But, you know, just get a job. Just go get a job and quit stealing people's stuff. But we'll see in a bit. Alright, so here we are. You can't see them, but they put these pipes up in front of where the units are supposed to go. You can actually see one back there. So they covered the place up pretty good. So I dare a thief to come try to steal the units now. If they do, they cut that strap and that pipe's gonna come down, and it'll be all she wrote for that damn pipe or copper thief. Or I'm gonna get them to move this pipe. So the best part is I can pull my truck up here and work right out of the truck. Alright, so they got the pipe moved, and here's what we got. The units, I've moved the units out here already. When I first came to look, when just the carcasses were here, they've had them moved since then. But you see the wires hanging out there. They were actually, the disconnects were still on, and I was the one that actually turned the disconnects off when I came to look at them. So not only did they steal the units, but they were stealing them when their power was still on. So we're gonna get these things, or I'm gonna get these things set, get it welded in, and get them going. Alright, so I got the unit set in place. I got the dryers on the units. These are Diversitech 163S dryers. The way you identify the size is this right here. It says 163S. 16 is 16 cubic inch. The 3 is for a 3/8 line, and the S is for sweat. See, it tells you right there. So anyway, these units have been setting, or the lines have been setting open for, I don't know, probably 3 months. So I'm gonna blow them out with nitrogen and put the dryers in, pull a good vacuum, do a triple evacuation, and get them wired in. I got to go upstairs and make sure the wires, the low voltage wires, are just verify the colors they used upstairs. Alright, so I got it welded in, and there's not an outlet out here, so what I'm going to do is wire this unit up so I can steal the power off the contactor for my vacuum pump. But this unit here has a 3/4 inch opening. The seal tight, the whip that was here, is only 1/2 inch. So this is a 3/4 to 1/2, I call it donut, but it's a pretty handy thing to keep on your truck, so that way you can take your 1/2 inch seal tight and stick it through there. Well, kind of hard to do with one hand. Alright, here I'm back. That center unit right there actually had a leak in it. From the factory, when I went to go open the valves, there was no nitrogen in it. So, being dry shipped, that tells me, hey, got a Freon leak. So I'm back to put that in that. A brand new unit. Gets a brand new evaporator. I tried to get them to just send me a new outdoor unit, but they wouldn't do it. So I will get that thing taken apart so I can put that in that, and maybe do a little filming along the way. I don't know about you guys, but this is the very first time in all the years of working on air conditioners where I've had to completely unwire everything from the electrical compartment when changing out a condenser coil. And the reason is this: you got to slide this electric panel up. It's got two little, it's got a groove right there, a groove over there that fits over that part of the coil. And you cannot, without taking everything off the electrical, off the contactor and the defrost board, you cannot, I even had to disconnect the wire. That's wild, but that makes me a non-fan, of course, of Nordon. I wish they would change put some screws in it so we can unscrew it. Something different. This is insane. But anyway, well, so I'm going to disconnect that nut right there, and down there at the bottom, unsweat that one, and then put the new coil in. Alright, so I got the old one out, as you can see. Like I said, what a shame I had to disconnect every wire going into that compartment, because I don't know if you could see, but these units go up about to my chest, so leaning down inside is not the easiest thing. But anyway, there's the old one, and there's the new one. And I also want to show y'all how thin this edge is, or the grate is. I mean, let's see, that's probably about as thin as some panning metal. And so it's probably 28, 30 gauge, really thin. But anyway, alright, well, I'm gonna get the new one in. Alright, well, had a little bit of a snafu, as you would say, I guess. The new coil was 4 inches shorter than the old coil. The old coil is 40 inches, the new coil is 36. So now they got to get me another coil. So since I have my torches out anyway, I decided I would take solder up all the lines and check the pressure. Well, about 3 or 4 minutes ago, I put 85 pounds of pressure on that thing, and as you can see, there's 80 pounds, 79 pounds, and it's going down. So definitely had a leak in it. There's my new one. I couldn't believe it. I got the new one ready to set in place, and I said, well, that one looks kind of shorter, and sure enough, it was 4 inches shorter. So I didn't order it. The supply house here took their model and serial number and ordered it from that, so I don't know what happened. But anyway, I'm gonna kind of put everything back in place and just wait for the new one. Yeah, I taped everything back up. Yeah, what are you gonna do? Anyway, that's it for the time being.